If you're thinking about how much to charge for your speaking gigs or looking to increase your speaking fees, keep watching. I'm Neil Fellows and I'm a speaker agent, and I started out in sales and marketing, then I became a speaker, then I mentored speakers on the business of speaking before I became a speaker agent. Now what this means is that I get what it's like to be on stage, and I also get what it's like to build a speaker business brick by brick. But what's different about me though is that I also get the other side of the fence. I get the booking side, and that's what I'm going to give you insights into here like you've never had before. The aim of this video series, How to Survive and Thrive as a Speaker, is all about helping you get more speaking gigs, get paid more, and get representation with an agency. If you are thinking about how much to charge for your speaking gigs or looking to increase your speaking fees, you're going to find this video and the two videos that follow in this playlist absolutely invaluable. So in this video, I want to talk in general about 3 levels of being a speaker. And that's as we categorize them at my speaker agency, Stellar Speakers. I'll then talk in more depth about the levels in the following videos. So here's an overview of the 3 levels. Different speakers go to different depths and will give audiences very different experiences. At Stellar, we're interested in impact. Impact is reflected both in who we choose to represent as an agency and the types of organizations who tend to book our speakers. We know that when someone books one of our speakers, a Stellar speaker, they're really serious about making an impact in the world. We know an organization is not just giving lip service. That organization wants to go deep, and we know this because our speakers have developed a framework of keynotes, trainings, and workshops that can generally be taken as deep into an organization as is actually required by that organization, and that then will achieve lasting value and change. So the 3 levels I'm going to talk about will give you insights into who we choose to represent and how we view speakers on the circuit. This will help you know more about the depths that you need to go to create an impact, and that will lead you to knowing how much to charge and also how to increase your fees. So let's look at level 1. At this level, a speaker will be able to give an honest account of their life experiences. Depth is often limited here by what the speaker has actually personally come to understand through the events of their own life. Speakers at this level can be expected to provide magical moments and ideas about transformation. They generally meet the audience at a surface level. There is a limit to the depth and maybe a ceiling to how far they could actually take their stories or their keynotes. And you'll recognize a speaker at this level quite easily. Many speakers at this level will refer to themselves as motivational or inspirational speakers. The way that we view motivation and inspiration in terms of return on investment and impact is like steam. And I say steam because when properly channeled, steam moves large objects like a train. But when the steam runs out, the power is actually lost. So in the case of a motivational speaker, the motivational inspiration often evaporates when the speaker leaves the stage or within a couple of days. There is rarely any lingering substance. Speakers at this level have probably not invested in speaker training, or they've had limited speaker training. And speaking is just something that they can do, but it's not really their main source of income. So speakers at this level can come in all kind of shapes and sizes and all kind of forms. They could be personal development speakers as well as coaches. They could be authors. They could even be industry leaders or celebrities. The celebrities will likely charge fees of around £10,000 per keynote, but a new speaker or the coach or the author will be lucky to get paid, or they'll get paid very little. If you're at this level and you want to get paid, then the best way to get paid is probably to sell a service or a product from stage. So you need to become comfortable with selling your services from stage. You need to be at one with that. I'll add a link below to a course that will help you do that. Let's take a look at level 2. Speakers at this level offer greater depth. They're no longer just stating personal truths. They have examined a topic over many years of study. They have compiled data and stats as a result of working with clients, or they've developed case studies either with lots of individual people or in groups. And they've done further research and surveys to gather more data points. They will also have collected results that give them higher levels of distinctions, and they have asked really solid critical questions so they really understand their topic. Now, the smart speaker at level 2, who was at level 1 and who learned to sell products and services, will have used those products and services to collect the data that they can now use at level 2. So it funds the deeper research, meaning that you got paid at level 1, then you leverage that information as a level 2 speaker. Depth at this level means a level 2 speaker can give an audience a deeper experience. It means anyone booking a speaker at this level will get a greater return on investment for the budget that they've been provided with. So here's how this looks. Imagine the color black. Just for a moment. A level 1 speaker will talk about the color black, but a level 2 speaker will have examined the color to the extent that they can now make black look grey, or black blacker than it was before. So what we're saying here is level 2 speakers have immersed themselves in the topic. Because they know the topic, they can immerse the audience in the topic too. They know their topic so well, they could walk into the room, check the temperature of that room, and by that I mean just sensing where the audience is at, and adapt to keynote on the spot if that was what would best serve the audience. The upside of speakers at this level is that they can immerse the audience in something that is experiential. The downside of a speaker at this level who is unrepresented is that they can be difficult to pin down because they can be a bit disorganized, and that likely means that their speaker assets are not up to scratch. And when I mention speaker assets, what I'm talking about are those critical assets that help you get booked. We cover those in Rising Stars. I'll add a link into the description. Level 2 speakers should expect to get paid every time they take the stage. They generally create traction because when they speak, the audience can see that they really do know their stuff. So people in the audience might ask the speaker to come and speak at their event. So each gig creates more gigs, which creates momentum, and then it's easy to begin charging fees and then later increase those fees. So what we're saying here is that a level 2 speaker generates interest from the audience that is within the room. Speakers at early level 2 with no celebrity status should be able to begin charging. At first, it might just be a few £100s, but as the data gets collated and as expertise becomes more visible, demand will increase and fees can begin to rise. And if you have the skill to sell from stage, you can always do that too whenever it's appropriate. Let's look at level 3. Speakers at this level provide impact. You'll find that it's not just what they say, it's how they say it. They can take a message and they can drive it very deeply into the hearts and minds of their audience, leaving a lasting impression. They've invested in their development as a speaker. This means speakers at this level are not just subject matter experts. They don't just know their topic. They are expert communicators who have learned how to simplify the complex. Speakers at this level create greater demand. The depth of topic established at level 2 helps them display their deep knowledge and give the audience an experience. At level 3, they become memorable because what the speaker says is easy to hear, simple to remember, and therefore totally repeatable. Now, this means that when somebody witnesses you speak as a level 3 speaker on the stage, they walk away remembering what you've said. This means they'll tell their peers in their network about you. So a level 2 speaker, if you remember, will probably attract people from within the room. A level 3 speaker will attract people from outside of the room because people will be able to talk about them. So it's worth noting that from research that we've undertaken with Marcoms professionals, 40% said that they find speaking talent from their network. So developing your presentations so they are memorable will get the word out about you and allow you to increase your fees as demand increases. A level 3 speaker with little celebrity will be able to command fees in the region of £5,000 plus, depending on the market or your topic. because bookers will have greater or smaller budgets for different topics in different markets. The advice I would give you is to remember that increasing your fees is something that should happen naturally. It's like a rising wave, because you took experience, you went deep into a topic, and then you became known for that topic, and then you got greater communication. Fees don't really increase because you or your ego or a business coach tells you to charge more. That said, if you have celebrity status, or you are renowned in your industry, or you have demand, then charging higher fees is possible because you've earned the right. You might be thinking that this all sounds like a lot of effort. And I guess if it was easy, everyone would be doing it. And I think that's where the opportunity is for you. If you're prepared to do the depth at level 2, you separate yourself from all of the other speakers at level 1, which to be fair is really where the mass market is. So then you can develop level 2 and level 3 simultaneously by bringing focus to certain areas that you want to improve with your speaking. By consistently improving, it won't be long really before you really do start to get noticed. If you just took one area of your speaking on stage and improved that every 90 days, in a year you'll have 4 areas where your speaking has improved, and over 5 years you'll have 20. So your communication skills will be through the roof. Something that underpins all 3 levels of speaking, however, is what we at Stellar Speakers call speaker assets. And it doesn't matter what level you're at. You need these assets and you need to keep them updated. If you don't have them in place, you'll find opportunities will just literally just slip through your fingers. I'm going to talk more about assets in just a moment. Meanwhile, in the next 2 videos, I will show you how, when you have assets in place, you create more demand as a speaker. If you found this video useful, please subscribe and hit the bell to get notified of all of our latest uploads. If you want to be taken seriously by an agent and speaker bookers, you want to make sure that you have all of your speaker assets in place. Just because you've been on the circuit maybe for a couple of decades and you've had some high paying gigs during that time, it doesn't automatically make you representation ready. But what will set you apart from other speakers is ensuring your speaker assets are in place. At Stellar, we think of it like this. A star system is a constellation of stars with a gravitational pull. We think of your speaker assets as that gravitational pull, and we've developed a program called Rising Stars that walks you through how to create and update 8 critical assets we call essentials. We give you a directory of speaking stages, share speaking opportunities so you can get out on the circuit, give you invaluable industry insights helping you to spot the trends, or build your understanding of a certain niche sector in the market. We also give you templates, checklists, and bonus video interviews, hand you quarterly trainings on hot topics, and give you access to quality providers who can help you develop your asset. Best of all, once you've completed the program and developed your assets, we may even take you on and represent you. So you can find out more about Rising Stars. I'll add a link in the description, and I'll see you in the next video.